We eat approximately 5 grams of plastic every week. That's the same amount of one bank card. Imagine eating a bank card every Sunday morning for your weekly doses of plastic. I don't think it's healthy. So yeah, this message is important. Remember that first part we did on snow? It's like, whoa, it's cool, yeah, whoa.
It's fucking snow!
And now like, fuck the snow. Hi, I'm Wim. I'm an adventurer, I'm an ocean activist and a stand-up paddler. We're in Italy and we're going to collect water samples so the University of Hasselt can study them for microplastics and nanoplastics. Plastic starts as an amazing product for things to keep fresh for a long time. At first it's a magnificent product in that case, but it's that good it doesn't go away. And when in nature, plastic will break down into small pieces and until you won't see it anymore, but still there. It will go into the foods we eat, into our drinking water, and it will end up in our system. There's a research article. Scientists have found that there's an amount of a plastic spoon in our brains. While scientists are doing the research mostly on the effects on the health on people, I think it's important to check where the problem starts.
Why did I choose the Alps? If there's a place without plastic, it would be a place remote from many people. That's why we chose places hard to reach. So there will be some paths to it, but as little as possible. Hopefully, yeah, that means it's as pure as possible. I think it's one of the most pure places we can have definitely in Europe. Yeah.
So all this and some more stuff need to go on that rack, including 2 paddleboards. So let's try that. It's gonna be a challenge to keep this perfectly balanced. Fuck! Without some more clothes, without water. I'm not gonna take too much clothes, so I hope 32 will be the end result. Ready for the trip? Yes, let's do this.
My passion for stand-up paddling and protecting for the ocean is actually started at the same time. I was on a vacation with my girlfriend in Croatia where I wanted to kayak, but the instructor told us all the kayaks were rented out. It was like, oh, here are some 2 boards, you can take that one. And I'm like, okay, we had no idea what we were doing. We were doing everything wrong actually. And because the paddling was so much fun, I thought, why not do anything with that paddling? But if I'm doing it, maybe we can add a good cause with it.
Hoe zit het eigenlijk met die vervuiling in onze rivieren en in onze kanalen?
Ja, het is een keer niet beter geworden. My first thing I did was a trip from Hasselt to Newport. 5-day trip, more than 200 kilometers while collecting plastic. The action that sticks with me the most is probably the race in Paris as Plastic Monster.
Just to illustrate the problems of plastic pollution in the ocean, here we have the Plastic Monster.
The cap began to move. The mouth was like over here, so I couldn't breathe anymore. Not the ideal if you want to race. it's a way to get awareness, and I think it's a next step to involve science with it. We can really back up the story we're doing, and we can have more impact. The people at the White Lab CMK at University of Hasselt, they have experience with the plastic pollution in water, in fish, for example. So I went to the university. We did some practicing with the filters, with the watering. It's not that easy because you have to make sure there's no contamination on the water, so you have to act really quick. Some practicing is key. I think they were happy about someone crazy enough to go on this expedition, so they get some results for their research. Yeah. So I booked a trip to the Italian Alps, taking my paddleboard, going to some of the highest lakes in the Alps. Probably gonna be the first one there to paddle. I'm also gonna bring some bottles and lots of other stuff, so we can take some samples, so the university can study then on plastic. Because we have the idea of the Alps, they are prestige and pure, clean. But is it? Are they clean? Actually, I hope so, but I don't think so. So really curious about the results of that. It's a nice rhythm. Dance.
Is the fin on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny direction.
It's wrong.
We're going surfing, guys.
Yeah. This lake, it's about, the height is about 1,850 meters. It's our first testing ground, so we can go up much higher tomorrow. We did some testing at the lab in the university, and then the next step was the first day in the Alps on a lake where we just go by car and do some testing. That was a really important day, day one.
Good. We got our first 6 liters of water to test. Woohoo!
Hello, my name is Sydney. I am from Australia, but I've lived in Malaysia for a lot of my life. I grew up on a sailboat since I was 6 years old until I was 17, and I'm 19 years old now, and I'm the co-founder of the Sea Monkey Project, where we do environmental protection programs and education. Wim and I met for the first time 2 days ago, but we kind of knew each other randomly online through Starboard and Protect Blue. And then I saw that he was looking for an adventurer on Facebook through Protect Blue. And I thought this is the opportunity of a lifetime to come to the other side of the world in the middle of land, nowhere near the ocean, and try and spread the message of sustainability and protecting the ocean more, and see some beautiful mountains and swim in some freezing cold water.
People often think, yeah, you go to the Alps and yeah, you can find plastic there. So what? To say that the Alps is not our problem, that's wrong, because it's the start. The water from the Alps flows to the sea through a lot of countries, a lot of villages. So that means if it's condemned in the Alps, it's definitely condemned here, and it only gets more condemned through the process getting here. We must protect our own region, but we also have to check where it all starts and find a solution for the start of the problem as well.
We had a very good first testing day actually. Perfect. Really good first day. Then, day 2, it was time to go up. We were actually hoping to see some snow. It would be really cool to paddle on a lake where there was snow around. So steep climb, a lot of weight, so heavy. The balance of this bag is like, I don't have to talk. It just came around 1,900 meters and some small part of snow popping up, and we're like, wow, cool, yeah, we're gonna have some snow. This is gonna be awesome. Super happy. Around 2,100 meters, and there was massive of snow starting. Like, okay, wow, this is something else. When there's that much of snow and you don't see the trail anymore, it means you don't know what's beneath the snow. We could be walking to a gap we weren't seeing. We had no idea on what trail or kind of path we were walking. This is not good what we're doing. This is dangerous. What you do with your own life, it's your decision, but you also have a responsible of the rest of the team. So, not really prepared for this. So I think we're gonna collect some of these snow so they can sample it. And I think it would be wise not to go up much further. It's too dangerous. So there you go. Let's do that. There was no point going further. We collected snow, so we had some samples for the university, but no lake. It was a good thing that we did a one-day trip first. It wasn't even possible to do the 3-day trip. All lakes above 2,600 meters were frozen. Skip plan A and make a new plan. And it was just day 1, so a lot of time to do the things we want to do. So, since the weather reports of the last week were not in our favor, we have a lot of snow. Mm-hmm. That means we're not going above 2,500 meters. Yeah, I think the main job is now to find a region, a spot where there are some lakes secluded from roads.
You don't want overpopulated lakes.
Yeah, well, then you know that there will be plastic in it because of tourists.
Yeah.
This one is also 10 kilometers less than what we had. We had 27. This is 17.
Okay.
In 3 days. Should be.
Yeah. We could do it twice.
And then
put ideas
the second time we do it.
Right.
Okay?
Just do a U-turn.
Look like the one on the for the radio or something.
I'm Google Maps.
People frequently ask me, why are you doing what you're doing? I often have the feeling that I'm not doing enough for the people I love, for the people around me, for the planet. It's sometimes a struggle. I'm also doing it for myself because when I can make the world a more better place, when I make people happy, I'm happy. We are in the woods at an altitude of 1,720 meters. I really want to make the most out of the time I have. So yeah, I'm going on crazy adventures to enjoy myself, to challenge myself, but also to advocate for the ocean and to inspire, actually.
Just in time. I don't know if you hear the rain falling on the tent. We just started plan B of the trip. We had a lot of rain today. Luckily during dinner it stopped, so we had a good meal and some rest. And now we're in the tent to sleep, so we can do the second part of the trip tomorrow. We have some 3 or 4 lakes to do tomorrow, so hopefully we can paddle on some beautiful lakes. Good night.
But during the night, we had so much rain, so much wind, storm actually. And yeah, I don't think I slept for an hour. I don't think anyone slept much that night. The mountain view we could see in front of us in the evening, it was super clear. In the morning it was totally white. We started walking, but the roads were small rivers. You couldn't see the paths anymore. The big rocks on the paths became slippery because of the ice.
A long way, like this. The snow is coming in, so deciding to go back a little bit and take another route. This one is
way too dangerous to go further, so we went down again, and that felt like super fucked because we were 3 days further, and the only thing I had 4 bottles of snow on the mountain, so that was not enough. Am I doing this wrong? Why am I doing this? I've been walking with these paddleboards for 3 days and I haven't seen one lake yet, so that's fucked up. Where do I begin? It's a shitty day. Instead of a beautiful lake with our tent, we're now at this hotel. Yeah, a lot of rain, a lot of snow made us coming back from where we came. So no beautiful lakes today, and on top of that, the brakes of the car, one of them broke down, so we had to go to the garage. And that's that for today. So it's yeah, we only have 1 day left of this trip to make something out of it. So tomorrow we're gonna do a early breakfast at 7, and let's make the best of it. Try to sub a few lakes tomorrow, so we still have some results. Let's be positive. One lake we can do with a small hike. It's a beautiful lake. We can take some samples there and take that as a win for this trip. Went to the spots, to the parking to make that trip. The sign was saying 45 minutes walk. It seems that we were there in 25 minutes. Sunday walk actually. Tourists around, there was a nice restaurant. So, super beautiful place, but not the place we wanted to paddle for. The samples we wanted to collect for the challenge I wanted to make. Finally, we have some results. It's not the highest mountains, but after 3 days of fucking carrying my paddleboard and all the stuff without seeing any lake, ta-da! And we were finished paddling there and taking our samples at 11 a.m. So like, yeah, I wasn't happy with that finish. First result. You did photos? Videos.
And landscape on my phone.
I wasn't quite sure if I should suggest another opportunity to go up because we were a team, there were 4 of us, and I didn't want to put the team in danger or anything. But Jens, the cameraman, was like, it's only 11, maybe we can go to the lakes on top. Is there any possibility to go? To be honest, that was the only trigger I needed. Oh yeah, we were 2 people, so now I can ask some people to check if there are some more possibilities. We checked with in the restaurant with some guys, and I was like, oh yeah, it's doable for sure. It has been snowing yesterday, but that should be gone for now. We went walking up, nice walk again, but then again the same story. Around 2,000, 2,100 meters, again, a lot of snow.
I think we should go like that, to that point.
Why couldn't I just stop at that lake beneath and be happy with that result? Now I'm probably gonna be disappointed again. I wasn't giving up hope, but I was in a lot of doubts. Are we going to reach that lake in the snow? Are we going to collect our samples? And then I don't even know who was the one yelling, "Lake, lake!" For the cry. Check this. I couldn't dream for any more than this at this moment. To paddle here, it's so unique. It's still can't believe it. It's still kicking in. It's super happy.
All of the sinking in the snow and the cold, numb feet is worth it now. Wow.
To paddle on this lake. Okay, it's just a small piece because the rest is frozen, but it feels so good. It's just awesome.
And it was just magic. It was the view, the water, it was a dream. It was super nice. This was what we needed to reach our goal for this trip, to take the samples, to paddle on a lake that high in the snow where no one else paddles. Yeah, we did it. And it was just magic. It was.
We all have a connection with the ocean, and it's super easy if you live by the sea at the coast to feel that connection. But if you live inland, there is not that feeling. And I think it's important for us as inland people, like I like to call it, to find that connection again, why water is so important for us. Because everyone has that connection, and that's why I think it's important for an ocean ambassador to be inland as well, to protect the rivers, the ecosystems that are based on water.
So now we have the samples we want. Let's see what the university can find with those samples, with the bottles, with the filters. And maybe they're pure. Maybe the Alps lakes are still pure. Let's hope. And otherwise, I know why we're fighting for. So.
So our research group focuses on the toxicity of micro and nanoparticles, including plastics. We study their effects on animals and humans, and we are looking for detailed mechanistic insight, which is needed for proper risk assessment. We're also involved in some environmental studies. For example, we try to identify and quantify the plastics present in Lake Tanganyika to get a better understanding of plastic pollution. And we do similar research in Bolivia and India. So the general idea was to filter the water over a filter with a specific pore size. So particles with a size larger than the pore size would stay on top of the filter, while smaller ones would flow through. And this filter was analyzed later to identify the particles. We experienced several problems. For example, we noticed that the collected water and snow contained a lot of organic material, but also sand. And this complicated the processing and analysis of the samples afterwards.
When it comes to sampling in nature, you have a lot of contamination with natural things like algae and sand, all kinds of stuff that wraps itself around plastic parts.
The detection methods and techniques are not yet fully developed to identify plastics from environmental samples, especially when there is a lot of organic material present. And for this study, only a limited amount of samples were taken from only a few locations, which makes it difficult to draw definitive conclusions.
There was one part that had a similar structure than plastic. So we're not 100% sure there's plastic found, but despite of the results we have from the university, I'm 100% sure that it is plastic in that lake. And this bottle is proof of that. This one we found at the lake at 2,500 meters. So if this bottle is there will be microplastics as well.
Well, our world is filled with plastics, and daily we use plastic products and generate plastic waste. And the plastic ends up in our environment. They are degraded to micro and nanoplastics. They are very diverse, many different types of polymers, shapes, sizes, and so on, which makes it very difficult to study them.
For me, this bottle is proof that the research to plastic pollution is way more difficult than I thought it would be. We have to find a solution to make those sampling and research on that sampling easier. That means there's a lot of work to do on that part of research.
Initiatives such as this one are much needed. Here, multiple people are involved in mapping plastic pollution, and in this way, we are facing the problem of plastic pollution together.
I wish it would be as simple as like there was no plastic at all, or there was a lot of plastic in those lakes. That would make the answer very clear. Now it's in between, and it's kind of the same than walking on snow and not knowing what's under your feet. We have to find an answer on more questions now.
Previous research already showed that in places where a few people are present, for example, remote islands or in fresh snow in Antarctica, micro and nanoplastics are indeed present.
I'll take this side. Oh my god! Let's go! Oh, it's like an elevator. Spending my whole life and my childhood living on the sea, educating people about marine biology and the ocean. My life has been super ocean-centric, and it has been a lot more accessible to educate people on caring for the environment and for the ocean.
This is what we've collected so far.
But being out here, super far away from the ocean, it kind of allows you to expand your perception of nature and how these lakes and these rivers up super high in the clouds, they all end up flowing back into the ocean. It's all connected in a way, but a lot of people are not very aware of that. So I think this is a great opportunity to explore and become immersed in the idea that every aspect of nature is all connected. There are so many different ways that we are harming it, but so many different ways that we can also protect it just by educating ourselves to begin with and getting out there.
When will I be done with this? I don't think I'm ever gonna be done. I think as long as I live, I'm gonna fight for the ocean, protect the ocean. I think it's my mission, and I want to keep fighting for it. But I'm gonna do it in a positive way, on an inspiring way, because the ocean, it makes people happy.
Can do it, Sydney.
I feel like a wild animal on National Geographic right now.
Like a wild mountain goat. This is the easy way.
No,
Okay.
it's not the easy way. Why did you follow me? Easy! Definitely wasn't fearing for my life.
Ik denk het wel. Nee, toch? Ja. Nee, je raakt er niet tussen.
Ja, afgooien, hè?
Ja.
My shirt is still at the university. It's still lying there because they needed it for the chapels, and I haven't been back there yet, so they have a starboard shirt now.